Hello and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today we are going to be talking about weight gain and why food's not the problem. So if you're new, welcome. My name is Diane Parham. I'm the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman. If you're catching this live or even on the rebroadcast, make sure you stay till the middle and the end of today's broadcast because I have some special announcements that I want to make. I am also the creator of the online course, the Midlife Mindset Shift course and community. Remember, if you are a graduate of the Intermittent Fasting course, you are invited to join us for the Midlife Mindset Shift course. That registration is closing today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I am so excited for all the women who have decided to come back to class with us and join us for this next session with the Midlife Mindset Shift course. Okay. So as promised, today we're going to talk about why it is food is not the problem, why food is not the reason why we are gaining weight, and what it is that we need to really start thinking about, especially as aging women in today's world, is our thoughts, our mindset around how we are showing up for ourselves, what it is that we say that we really want, so that we can get to the solution to what so many of us think is our problem, and that's our inability to lose weight, right? So let's talk about some of the things that I believe as a coach for women are really the things that are keeping us from looking and feeling our best and living our most authentic life. And they have nothing to do with food directly and everything to do with food indirectly. So let's break it down. Now, if you are a member or a graduate of the Intermittent Fasting course, you know we talk about this subject inside the course. It's one of our lessons that I teach. I believe it's in the third, maybe it's the second week. And it's how we show up mentally and emotionally when food is present. That's really the problem most of us are having with food. And I know that for myself before I started doing this work. And I know this because of the feedback that I get from so many women in our community when we start to talk about where they're frustrated or why they're stuck. And it really has to do with how they think or how they're not thinking in a food choice situation. And we tend to blame food for why it is we're feeling fatigued or we're not losing weight or we're hoarding all this body fat or we're having to now suddenly manage a lot of diseases and illnesses as we age. And we think it's because we're broken or there's something wrong with us. And it really is just thoughts, right? It's the thoughts that we make that tend to lead us into decision-making processes. So how we show up mentally and emotionally when food is present is the problem. And let me break down for you why this is the case. And there's 4 areas that I believe really do determine how we show up mentally and physically around food. So there's a need for food. So we know that we cannot do without food. That's one of the reasons why food is one of the biggest, things that has become difficult for us to manage in our life, is because we can't just exit out of food. We need food for our basic survival. And as we age, nutrients for our best survival. But not many of us really think about food being nutrients because we're so stressed out and stuck on but the calories, but the macros, right? And we're so worried about getting food perfect in the form of what someone else is telling us to do, that we're concentrating on counting numbers and we're not taking the time to evaluate ingredients or nutrient values of food. If you get the best nutrients for your survival as a woman in today's world, you will never have a weight problem. I'm going to say that again. If you think about the nutrients that you need and the ingredients that are in the food choices that you're making, and you're choosing the best for your survival, you will never have a weight problem because your body is going to know exactly what to do with what you're putting inside of it. The confusion and the problem that comes with our body and how it's breaking down as we get older, and why it is we have weight problems and body fat problems and hormonal problems and cognitive issues as we age, is because we aren't choosing nutrients and we don't evaluate ingredients. We just eat. And we don't think about how our body is processing what we're putting into it until oftentimes it's too late, right? So if you start thinking about that today, I promise you, your weight issues will be irrelevant and you'll get to go live your best life. The other factor that causes us to show up mentally and emotionally in maybe not the most favorable state when food is present is the want. This is where we start to justify by using words like, yeah, but, and only this one time, right? So we justify making a poor decision for ourselves because, it's just this one time. Or, yeah, but someone said to me on the internet that it's okay if I do this thing. And those were the words that I was looking for and music to my ears because now I have permission from this stranger to do what I probably think is not going to work for me, but they gave me permission, so I'm going to do it anyways, and I'm just not going to think about it. And then we find ourselves in this dilemma and frustration. And yeah, but they said it was going to be okay. And yeah, but they said it was going to work for me and it doesn't. So I must be broken, right? And then we blame the outside world and we never take accountability or we never take responsibility for ourselves. And so why would we ever go here when this is justifiable, right? Someone else told me I could do it, so it's their fault that I'm not able to lose weight or I'm hoarding all this body fat or I'm sick. This is very, very common with the creamer in the coffee situation. And yeah, but they said sweetener doesn't break a fast. Yeah, but they said, okay, but is that working for you, right? And so our want in the moment supersedes what it is we say that we really want. And when you get really clear about what it is you say that you really want, the decisions and the actions that you take will not need to be justified by someone in the outside world because you will be only concerned about meeting your body's needs. That's it. Super simple. The third area that gets a lot of us in trouble is the desire. Yeah, but I crave sweets after dinner. Yeah, but I crave chocolate. I can't imagine ever having a cup of coffee without my hazelnut creamer in it, but I will do anything to lose weight. When your desire for the things that you know are holding you back is greater than what it is that you say that you really want for yourself, you will always be frustrated, stuck, and disappointed with what your body's not doing because your body's going to do exactly what you're providing it with to do, right? And if you're craving things and justifying the craving, so these two go pretty hand in hand, right? So you desire things, then oftentimes we seek out validation from strangers on the internet who say, yeah, but it's okay. Coffee creamer is fine. Half and half is fine. Sweetener is fine. See, I knew it was fine. I'm going to go back to this because now I have permission. And then we sit around feeling frustrated and beating ourselves up. When we get through this part and we're feeling frustrated because of the yeah, buts and the only, and they said I could, and we're not getting the results that we're hoping for, we often move into the soothe category. This is where a lot of us women get stuck with the self-sabotage, falling off the wagon, throwing in towels, all the things we talk about here that don't really exist. But again, we can justify in our own thought process, right? I didn't lose weight because I always fall off the wagon. I can't lose weight because I always throw in the towel when XYZ happens. I'm not good or capable of doing those kind of things because I am a self-sabotager. If those things are working for you, congratulations, you're winning at that. There should be no conflict in your brain because what you say you want is exactly as what's happening. But if you're not liking those conversations and you don't like those statements and you don't like living your life that way, then we have to really do the work on why it is you check out. Why it is when something in life happens that's not perfect or it doesn't go according to plan, you do harm to yourself. Why is it that you are okay with that? And what can we do in our thought process or what can we do in an emotional state to catch ourselves, right? And I often call this the pause, where we take the pause to just think about what's going to happen immediately after we partake in this decision we're about to do. And are we going to be okay with that, right? So we can really work on if you're a soothing kind of person by just incorporating a pause or what I also like to call a tripwire, right? Something that's going going to trip you back into consciousness so you don't end up in this place. This is where so many people have a downward spiral that's almost unstoppable, right? This is where if you don't catch this or you don't recognize this in yourself and you're doing a lot of the blame game for other people telling you what you can do when they don't really even know you, then this is where things get so out of control that you probably are going to have to wait for something in your life to drastically happen. For me, it was becoming a pre-diabetic where I was like, hey, wait, why am I listening to other people? And why am I following diet plans and nutrition programs that have nothing to do with me in the state that my body's currently in? And what's going to get me out of this? And for me, it was becoming a pre-diabetic and losing my mind, like literally losing my mind. And it knocked me right back up into this category. Do not wait until you're knocked up into a category where you have to do things to save your life. Every person, every woman specifically in this community has all the information nutritionally that you need to make informed choices about how to age well, how to lose weight, how to lose body fat. There really is no new science. There's science that's tweaked. There's maybe new groups that are added into science. But if you do the basic, I understand basically what I need to do to live a happy and healthy life. And you do that on rinse and repeat, and you catch yourself in the emotional and the mental states where we tend to do harm for ourselves more often, you will be able to reverse whatever it is you're unhappy with your current life. I can tell you that because that was me. I teach you from a platform of my own self-awareness and my own having to reverse a lot of what was going on with me. And the biggest gift that I gave myself with practicing this intermittent fasting lifestyle, now that I have taught to tens of thousands of women all over the world, and hopefully I will be able to have an opportunity to teach to you, is that we have to do the work for ourselves. We have to implement information that so many of us are on desperate research mode. Just put some things into practice and test them out, and then get really clear for yourself. Here's what I say that I want. I really want to lose 10 pounds. I really want to lose 20 pounds. I really want to feel in control of my life. And then what decisions can I make on rinse and repeat, meaning that you figure out the very common sense approaches that you need to make. And then when you figure those out, you rinse and repeat them until you get to the result that you want. And then you keep rinse and repeating them so that you can keep the results that you just achieved. When we do this for ourselves, everything in our body works in harmony with our brain. When you say you really want to lose 10 pounds and then you're doing the yeah, but and the only, but the guy on the internet said that I could, put creamer in my coffee and stevia in my coffee, and he's really buff and he's good looking. So why wouldn't it work for me? You're creating a conflict because you are not him. You are not him. And you're going to live in this conflict. And then you're going to resort to these kind of actions because you don't even want to think about it anymore. You're just going to do what feels good in the moment. Nothing great has ever been achieved for us or by us as women when we take the easy route or we go with what's easy in the moment. There is going to be a little bit of discomfort. There is going to be a little bit of awkwardness. There is going to be a way that you have to show up differently for yourself around the people that you love and the people who say that love you the most. That's just the way it works. But once you get there, I promise you, you will be home free because all you have to do is keep implementing what it is you say you want and back that up with the decisions you're going to make to get there. It is super simple. This is exactly what we teach inside the intermittent fasting course. This comes right out of one of the lessons inside of your course, where we talk about it a little bit more in depth and we really start to create the awareness of why we're doing this and why we're justifying this and why we're letting people do this to us when really this is all we need and we have all the information available to us. It is more mental and emotional than it ever is about how many grams of protein you're eating and should you eat this carbohydrate and why is fat the thing that you've been missing. Like, it's so much more important than that, right? But once you get the mental and emotional side of it, that stuff does become easy because you're just going to make better choices for yourself. So good news is our intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course for our first January class, so January 2023, is open for registration. I have some cool things that I want to share with you to get us kicked off with our registration, because our class starts in December 31st, but registration's open today. If you have never taken the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course before, you live domestically or you live internationally, and you're currently here with us live on this broadcast, there's 162 of you. Hopefully not all of you have been graduates. So if you are not a graduate and you want to join up for class, the first domestic registration while we're live, so between 12:18 and 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and the first international registrant who signs up for the next course is going to get a free 30 minutes consult call with me that you can book in January while you're in class. I have a way of tracking to see who signed up and when they signed up. So I will email you if you're the first domestic or the first international registrant while we're live. So anytime before 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will email you and offer you a free 30-minute consult call you can use while you're in class with us in January. If you guys are off rushing to get yourself registered, you just go to the fortoday'sagingwoman.com site or go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com, find out more to get yourself registered. If we get 10 registrants while we are live here, the 10th registrant, who's US based, so it has to be US based, is going to get a free FRÉ skincare set from me. So I'm going to send you the FRÉ by Dy Ann skincare kit. It's my favorite set that I use every time before I go live. It has my detox me, and it has my purify me, and it has my cleanse me. I'm going to gift that to you. So if you're number 10 before 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and if we get to 20 registrations while we're live, and this has to again be a US customer who signs up for class and you've never signed up for class before, I am going to send you a free feasting goodie bag. So all of my favorite things that I incorporate into my feasting window, I'm going to send to you as a free gift. And I thank you for registering early. So first one, domestic or international, free 30-minute consult call. The 10th registrant who's domestic is going to get a free FRÉ skincare set. And the 20th registrant, if you do it while we're live here today, is going to get a free feasting goodie bag from me. I will reach out to you. I'll be able to tell who did it. And I'll make sure that I get your shipping information and get everything shipped to you. So if you want to join us for class, you will need to go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com/find-out-more. You can put in your email address. You can go to the sales page, then just put register for class, so you don't want to miss out on being the 1st, the 10th, or the 20th. Get yourself signed up, and then I will reach out to you for email today. Okay, so now let's get to business. And I'll review that before we get off live too, because I know some of you jump in live, so no one has to miss out. Tina, November 22, happy grad. You know I love that. I just want to tell you the course was a game changer. Join the class, ladies. You won't regret it. So much information that has changed my life for the better. Thank you, Diane. Well, Tina, I have to tell you, you have to give yourself some kudos as well, because you were definitely one of those go all in members of our course, which I always appreciate, going all in and jumping off the fence. You know, those are terms that we use here. So you got out of class everything that you put into class, and I just provided you the platform of information that I share with you. So I appreciate the accolades that you are sharing with me, but I also want to give you accolades back, because you definitely showed up, you did the work, and now you get to just rinse and repeat everything that we learned in class. Okay, I'm trying to type the link in here so you guys can go to the site to sign up. Okay, so there's the live link for you guys to sign up for class if you're ready. So Tina, I'm proud of you. Jerry, so happy to catch you live. And you were early, super early. I love it that you're here. That statement holds so much truth. Yeah. So remind me which statement exactly it was. So if you can remember that, type it in the comment section. I think it's from the beginning, but definitely type it in the comment section if you remember what it was, and we'll post it here for everyone else to see in case they missed the beginning. Monica, I'm an August graduate. So happy my cholesterol went from 243 to 218. My doctor insisted on medication, but I refused. IF did it for me. So happy. I lost 30 pounds since May and I'm feeling amazing. Girlfriend, that is a big deal. And that is ultimately what we work for here, right? The weight loss is fantastic. The great skin, of course, we love that as well. All those things are great. But when you can take back control of the decision-making process for your health moving forward, that is the big game changer. And everything else just starts to fall into place. So Monica, I am super proud of you. I'm sure your doctor's blown away. And I know he or she's also super proud of you as well. So now just rinse and repeat, right? You keep coming back here, getting the reinforcement. I'm going to keep doing these lessons to make sure we all keep our mindset straight. And if you need anything from us here in the communities, always feel free to reach out. But girl, we are proud of you. Jackie, I just can't have bread, biscuits, and crisps in my cupboard. Got no control. Yeah, that's just sometimes the reality we have to face, right? I have really gotten to the point now where I just look at those kind of things and I get a feeling of how I will feel if I consume them. And when you get that taste of, man, that energized sense of calm, waking up every day feeling confident, waking up every day feeling like you're ready to start your day, there's no piece of bread or no crisp or no biscuit that I will ever let be more important than that feeling I love to have when I start my day. So see if you can maybe create that mindset as well. Not that you want to put temptations in your house, but if they're around you, you really want to start building up that self-control so you don't go to an event or go to someone else's house and then feel like it's a feast or famine kind of situation. So Jackie, super proud of you. Diana, hi Diane, signing up for the December 31st course today. Any tips to get rid of hot flashes? Yeah, just start really, I would say keep a food journal for sure. Those things always lead to clues, right? So start keeping a food journal, up your water intake for sure, and your magnesium, and then see if those start to subside. And then once you get in class and you start incorporating the lessons, the way they're rolled out, and start making those changes, the way that we talk about it in class, then everything will start to fall in place for you even more so then. And a lot of the lessons really do pinpoint this specific thing. And it's often just lifestyle choices. So you're making lifestyle changes, the changes you'll start to feel the effects of those changes. So, and get in early. Maybe you can be number 1 and I can have a consult call with you, or maybe you can be number 10 and I can send you some FRÉ skincare. That would be super fun. Jackie, October graduate, down 25 pounds since summer, feel great. So 25 pounds since summer is a big deal. When I think about 20 pounds lost, I think about hauling my toddlers around, from their car seats to a stroller, or running around, chasing them in a park or whatever. And like a 25-pound weight loss is losing a very small human off of your body, the weight of that. And so I hope you're feeling that. I hope you're walking around lighter. I hope you're walking around confident, and enjoying all the benefits of that for sure, my friend. Donna, good lesson today as always. Love it. Thank you. FEK or Felicia, November grad. Thank you for this live today. I needed to hear this. I have been struggling mentally the last 2 days, but I'm glad I have the reminder to keep me focused. Yeah. So I'm very, very open and honest with you guys here with how I manage my mindset and my emotions as well. And I have always kind of been, I have the kind of mindset that is not like, positive Polly or whatever the name for a positive person is. I can go negative really quickly. I've tried to fight that my whole life. I don't like it. I don't identify as that. So I am a person who seeks out positivity, right? I seek it out because it's not natural for me. And so I read books, I listen to podcasts, I create positive thoughts in my own brain because they don't come naturally. So I proactively think positively. And so those are all things that you can kind of reach to as well, Felicia. And then I'm a sticky note mama. Like I leave positive affirmations all over my life, because as soon as I see something positive, that changes me into a positive mindset as well. So hopefully those are little tools and tricks that you can implement as well. Carrie, I'm an August grad. I'm so grateful for your program and YouTube. My body and my life is changing in countless positive ways. Can't thank you enough. Well, Carrie, thank you for trusting me with you. I appreciate you. And yeah, you just keep living this lifestyle, girlfriend, and the benefits just get better, believe it or not. You think you get to the point where you're like, can it get any better? And then something happens where it gets better. So keep an eye out for that. It does get better. Becky, following since July, now 22 grad, November 22 grad, I needed to buy a new bra, so I thought I'd better measure myself this morning, and I was shocked to find that my band measurement went from 36 to 32. Yes, inflammation goes from head to toe, right? Body fat storage goes from head to toe. And so that's why I always say, look for the subtle little things. We often gaze into the area of our body that we have deemed most undesirable to us. For me, it's always my legs, right? Because I've always had really big muscular legs. And then when I have extra inflammation or extra body fat, they seem bigger to me, just to me, right? And so make sure you're looking head to toe, like scan your body, look for things like, ooh, I've never really noticed that my shoulders popped like that, or look for your little triceps popping out, and areas around your midsection that you haven't seen for a while popping back out. It's subtle, but it's beautiful when you actually look for them with that eye of encouragement, which Becky sounds like you did. So congratulations, and go wear that new bra, girl. Donna, I took your class in, I think, April 2018. I have thought about jumping in again, even though I'm an avid listener. So the class in 2018 is different than this new class that we're offering. It's a new format. I teach intermittent fasting very basic. So the basic aspect of fasting will never change for me, hasn't ever changed for me, but the way I deliver the content is different. So Donna, it would probably be a really good refresher for you. I'd say jump in. It's going to be super fun. Super fun. And we're going to be together in January of 2023. Like, typing 2023 lately has kind of freaked me out. It's like, how did we get here? But it's going to be super fun. I think 2023 is going to be our best year in a while. So I'd love to have you with us. Janet, I'm registered. Okay, girlfriend, I'm going to go look and see. I have my phone with me. I might be able to go see who got first. Tiffany, November 22 grad. So glad to catch you live. Love your coaching and the mental and emotional connection to food and fasting. I'm doing the work on this and I'm starting to feel great results. Awesome. Keep focusing on those results because they're going to keep coming, right? And keep looking for them. And then that is also that mindset I like to have women go with too. Like, if you're actively pursuing the results, then you're more inclined to show up and create the results you're looking for. So keep that on the forefront of your mind. And then, graduates, we do have our midlife mindset shift course where we dive deeper into, a lot of the emotional and mental aspects of why it is we're not living the life that we say that we want. Inside and outside of fasting and nutrition, we work on all aspects. And that registration is open until 4 p.m. today. So if you're interested, shoot me an email and I'll get you the info so you can look at it. Okay, that's the link to get into the intermittent fasting course. Rebecca, November 22 grad, and loved it. Got off my weight loss plateau. We just call that a pause. Lost another 5 pounds, and the best part, feeling my best. Thanksgiving was a breeze this year. Yes, as so many women are coming back saying that for sure. You just go into it with a different mindset and a different set of priorities for you. And that makes the big change as well. So super happy for you, my friend. Shauna, October 22 grad, loving IF since August and officially down 30 pounds and feeling incredible. Y'all, this is where I say, like, being an outlier is the coolest place to live in life, right? Like, we are not the average of midlife women in any way, shape, or form. We are so outliers and I love it. Who else is losing weight at this level this time of the year and feeling amazing and feeling in control and feeling empowered? Like, loving it, right? So let's stay outliers here in this community and create our little, a little community of women that are just not going to go with the norm, right? We don't want to be average. We want to be outliers. And so keep up that great work, my friend. 30 pounds down at the end of the year. I love it. Sac, yes, the very first statement, although all great info. Awesome. Okay. Vegan Little Gems. Thank you. You're welcome. Karen, Dr. Parham, the link is missing woman. The link is missing woman. Oh, I hate when I do. See, that's because I was talking and I'm not a doctor, just FYI. It's just Diane. So let me, okay, let me put the link again. Can't talk and type. Okay, for today's agingwoman.com, find out more. Okay, there you go. Now the link is there. That one should work. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, now where did I go? Tina, I love the statement you made about if we eat nutrient-based foods, we will not have a weight problem. Yes, we should make that a t-shirt, right? Think about it. Our body craves, right? Nutrient-dense food. Our brain and our emotions crave those dopamine hit kind of foods, right? We want to get that hit. And so if you go with the physical need, what's going to serve my body best, then you will never have a weight loss problem. And then remember, we always build in memory making moments too. We don't want to be so tightly locked into a box that we're not fun, or we're feeling like we're missing our life, or we're not allowed to do things. We don't want to create that either. We want a happy balance of it all. And we can make very sound decisions about nutrition mentally and emotionally and still stay in the game with what it is that we say that we want for ourselves and not skip a beat. We just have to realize that if we're willing to let food have power over us and we're willing to sacrifice a day of our life to feel bad because of food, that's where the problem is. So identify those things, eliminate them, and then let everything else just fall into place. Yep. Super fun. Hello, I have heard you say you are pre-diabetic. I just found out today I am as well. Did you stop eating certain foods that spike your levels? If you could please share. I started practicing intermittent fasting. Everything I did to reverse my pre-diabetic state, and it hasn't been a problem since, and it's been almost 7 years. I teach you inside of the class. So Tanya, I would recommend jumping into our intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course. I teach you everything that you need to know so you can start incorporating this lifestyle that we practice here. And I do it in such a way that you can also resume a very normal looking life. You don't have to diet. You don't have to do things in extremes. You don't have to do any of those kind of things. I teach you how to just refocus your decision-making process and mindset so that you can live a healthy life. So jump into class with us. Jan, August 22 grad. Thank you so much for the clarity you have brought into my life. 25 pounds down, another outlier. I know I am not derailed my travel and meals with my family and friends. I now am not derailed by travel and meals with family and friends. Yeah, there's no reason to be derailed from what it is that you say that you want and what you have identified as the best thing for you because you're going on a trip. Like that doesn't even make sense when we say it out loud. And we shouldn't let our family or our friends, the people that love us the most, bully us into doing things or make us feel guilty about doing things we don't really want, right? I don't know why food is the exception to that rule. I would not let anyone that says that they love me force me into doing anything that was unsafe or unhealthy for me. Why am I going to let food be part of that when that can be also unsafe and unhealthy for me? So girlfriend, you're doing all the work and I love it. Felicia, thanks for the tips. You're welcome. Gail is joining. Let me see if I can pull you guys up and I'll announce who's joined us since we've started class. Let's see if I can do that really quick. Okay, let's see if we can get to the next comment. Donna just signed up. Just me, August 22 grad, current mindset class. Love it. Girlfriend, we're going to have a call tonight. It's going to be on creating clean thoughts. So a lot of it's going to coincide with this kind of stuff, right? And how we show up for ourselves mentally, emotionally by just creating clean thoughts for ourselves. Okay, so let me see who we got signed up. Diana just signed up. I missed out live chat, but so glad you are back. Thank you, my friend. We're here. So jump on in. Brenda, September 22 grad, gained a couple of pounds at Thanksgiving, probably inflammation or water retention. Instead of giving up like I used to, I jumped back on track and paid attention to my nutrients and have lost those pounds and 2 more since Saturday. Eat to live, not living to eat. 20 hours indeed is where the magic happens. 100% it's where the magic happens. Okay, so let me see who signed up. Let's see who's first. So first at, let's see, 12:19 is Janet. So Janet, I'm going to be getting an email out to you. I think you're first. If I've misquoted that, yeah, you're the first one on our live call. So Janet is first. You're going to get a free consult call with me. I don't know if you're domestic or international, so we'll figure that out. And then we have Lucy. I'm going to send you an email as well, and I'll figure out if you're domestic or international. And then we've got Jackie, and then we've got Adrian, I believe it is, and then Diana. So we're not quite to 10 yet, you guys. We got to get a couple more. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway there. So someone is still going to get a FRÉ skincare kit. How fun is that going to be? How fun. Okay, Sharon. Hey, from the SIP, South Mississippi. Oh, from the SIP. I like it. Started 24 on July 1st and down 23 pounds. Yay, love your live. Sharon, super stoked for you. That emotional eating cycle, yeah, doesn't serve us very well. And so what I really recommend, and you guys know I say this here all the time, when in doubt, fast it out. So if you just change what you do, right, when you're feeling emotionally and mentally uncertain, for lack of a better term, right, if things are feeling like out of control, lean into the fast. There are always opportunities to feast. You are not going to starve to death. If you do this in a very controlled and thoughtful way, fasting can be the most therapeutic, the healthiest, the most affirming way to live our life, especially when things feel out of control, because you're forcing yourself to sit in it. You're forcing yourself to feel the feelings, you're forcing yourself to think the thoughts, and you're forcing yourself to go in a different direction with the actions that you're going to take. So feeling the feelings and thinking the thoughts are really where we heal ourselves. And I have always said here in this community, it doesn't matter if you're wearing a size 8 skinny jeans, if you're a hot mess mentally about choices you're making, and if you're a hot mess mentally, you're a hot mess in a size 8 skinny jeans. Like, no one wants to be a hot mess. We want to be the complete package. We want to be mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy. And that comes from leaning into the fast. It's super, super powerful work. Diana, November 22 grad. The course is so well run. I miss getting your course emails at 11 p.m. You must be on the West Coast. I was able to stop my gastric reflux meds at 61. I am on no medications at all. Thank you for sharing that, because that gastric reflex comes up a lot with fasting, and a lot of people think it's fasting that's causing that. So Diana is proof that fasting can actually help resolve that. And yes, when you start making changes and your body starts going through the healing process, things do come up that feel uncomfortable, and we have to just get through that to get to the other side of the healing. And so Diana, congratulations, my friend. No medications at 61. I would definitely put you in our outlier group for sure. I bet your doctor is super stoked for you. Jermaine, eating has become so easy for me. Yes, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Eating should not be our biggest challenge or decision-making process in life, or deciding what to eat should not be that either, right? It should be super simple, and that's where we have the rinse and repeat process here as well. Dorothy, September 22 grad, 24 is the magic. Had to share day 9 of COVID, craving yucky comfort foods when my appetite came back about day 5. Had a huge mindset shift when I realized that. Yeah, you got to catch yourself in that. And that's where that pause comes in. And then you ask yourself the question, how am I going to look and feel as soon as I'm done with what I'm about to do? And if you can make the decision that that's not going to be the thing that's going to best serve you, you can just go another direction and make a different choice. So Dorothy, super excited for you. Hope you get on the mend really quickly. And then just remember, those lasting effects of having that virus. You're not going to just be 100%, when you go back to being negative. It takes a little while. So give yourself the time and the grace for that. And that's where fasting is going to be your best friend as well. Congrats, Jan. Yeah, for sure. Christy, thank you for having a reasonable price on your course. We'll sign up when I get home. Yeah, you're welcome. You are welcome. One of the things that I am committed to is keeping the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course affordable for all women in all different seasons of life. And my personal business mentors and coaches think I'm absolutely crazy because this is a life-changing course. It's a life-saving course. It saves you money. It saves you time. It will really change everything about your life if you let it do that. And I am committed to keeping it at a very affordable price for all women all over the world. So thank you for that comment. I appreciate the fact that you noticed that. AC, discovered your channel back in August, looking for relief from menopause. You have helped me change the way I think about hunger. I have lost 23 pounds since August 8th. I was off during Thanksgiving, but back on. Welcome back. It's easy to jump back on for sure. Tammy, office staff invited out for stuffed pretzels and mochas. Don't want to participate, but don't want either item. Not worth it. I guess black coffee. Girl, go get yourself a black coffee, especially if they're paying, right? Like, go get yourself like an Americana with an ad shot in it or something, and just, go big. Go get a fancy black coffee. Go get a nitro cold brew or a cold brew. And you don't have to have mocha or stuffed pretzels to engage with people. You can just go get a fancy water. Go get yourself a little bubbly water. Like, that's fun too. You don't have to eat what other people are eating. Wendy, wish I could sign up. Times are hard. Yeah, I get that too. That's why we do lives. So just pay attention to the lives, and you can get lots of information here too. Patty, will fasting help symptoms or speed up healing from COVID? Well, there's not enough information yet about COVID to determine what works and doesn't work. But if you just put it in the category of being sick or viruses, our body clears viruses. And so if you're putting your body in a healing state or a healing opportunity, then my thought process is always fasting heals all things. So don't interrupt your body's healing opportunity and see how it goes for sure. Sandy, fasting completely changed my life. Please sign up for the class. Then after you graduate, join the midlife mindset shift, affirming and life-changing. Sandy, I have got to make you like my advertising marketer or something like that. You always have the nicest things to say about class. And I know it's because you are getting the results that are advertised, right? I can only advertise what I say that is possible. And then Sandy walks that talk for our community. She puts in the work, she shows up, she supports her community members. She and there's a lot of other ladies too, but Sandy's always here on the live. She walks the talk. And so, Sandy, I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to see you tonight on our call. Down 19 pounds, but seemed like my electrolytes were messed up. All I knew was to drink Gatorade. So I did that in my 20-hour fasting window, but now I'm up 5 pounds, but I can't figure this one out. Yeah, it's because you're drinking Gatorade. Why don't you drink minerals? Drink water that are mineralized or add minerals into your daily routine that don't have all the gooky stuff that Gatorade has. So if you're drinking Gatorade, especially during your fasted state, you're not fasting, you're just not eating, and you're creating hormonal responses, and Gatorade is flavored, so you're probably creating an insulin response, so you're not fasting at all. So I would get minerals that are separate from a fancy marketed drink. Basically, I don't know how else to say that. Magnesium, potassium, sodium, and calcium. Find it in a place that doesn't have a bunch of ingredients you can't read or a bunch of flavoring. Just get them in their natural state, and those 5 pounds should fall off. I just signed up for the January 23 class. So excited. Debbie, I'm excited to have you, my friend. We are going to have the best time. I have some surprises for you guys inside the class as well. I'm not publicly advertising them because these things live forever. And I don't want someone coming back to me, in a year saying, yeah, but you said this. So I'm going to keep it private for everyone who's joining the January class, but you guys are going to love it. Have definitely stopped Gatorade, but still at 5 pounds. It takes a while, my friend. Takes a while. Sign up. We'll sign up also. I'm not sure about the 24. I'm doing 16.8 now. So this would be a huge mindset change. Yeah. APC 2023. That's the hope, is that you have a mindset change. I want you to experience the 20-hour fast because it's magical. Then when you graduate from class, you get to decide how often you ebb and flow with different fasting timeframes. You're going to get to decide that, but I want you to go all in with an open mindset and try it out. Diana, I've been watching her YouTube videos, doing 24, healed my 33-year-long battle with Candida. That's a big deal. I just turned 50 on Sunday. Girlfriend, a healed gut is a happy body. So the fact that you were able to heal that, congratulations for sure. And then pay attention to some things you're putting back in your feasting window because you don't want it to come back if it's something that is coming from your gut not being able to process a food choice. And then remember this saying that we say here always, an empty gut is a healing gut. So anytime you want your gut to be in an opportunity of healing, just keep it empty. It's magic. Super, super fun. Tina, today on my lunch hour, I wanted to get a hot mocha caramel coffee because it's so cold outside, but I remembered hunger is where the magic happens. So I got nitro coffee, no dessert coffee. Yeah, dessert for in the morning is not what we do. And this is, I share with you guys, I've made all these mistakes. This is why I can teach this, is how many women do I know or who I aspire to emulate, right? Who have dessert in the morning every day and look and feel their best and are talking about how amazing their life is. None. So why do I think I can get away with that, right? And so when we start thinking logically, then things really do fall into place. And a nitro cold brew is the best, even on a cold day. Like the creaminess of that, the smoothness of it, it's just the best. So good choice, my friend. Wendy, is LMNT a good brand for minerals and best time to drink it? I don't drink it, so I have no opinion about it. There are, you have to read the ingredients label and then ask yourself if it's worth it. Is it worth the money? Is it worth the risk? If the ingredients don't look like they're, they're minimal, if you're doing LMNT because of the flavors in it, you got to ask yourself why you're doing that. And could that be enough? I don't know. I'm not going to endorse it. I'm not going to deny it. I'm saying you got to make that decision for yourself. Personally, for me, I don't use it. I do bottled water. Donna, okay, I just signed up for a second time. Excited. Hope I can figure out how to get in. I'm technically challenged. Donna, I try to make it super easy. Remember this. You're not going to have access to anything until December 31st. So you're signed up. I will go look you up just to make sure you're there. If you've been in before, you know how to sign up. So I'm sure you're signed up. Just wait for emails to start coming throughout the month, and I'll keep reminding you. So keep checking in here with us. You're going to be fine. It's super simple. And we made it way simpler now than it was before. So you'll be fine. If you did fine before, you'll do fine now. AP 2023. Can I still work on 24, or will I not have energy? Girl, you got to get in class. You have to get in class. You have to get in class. All those things get answered for you. You're letting your imagination run away with you without the full experience. And that's why we have class. I don't want your imagination to stop you from having the opportunity to really experience everything in class. So just sign up and jump in with us. I promise you I'll take care of you. AC, notice that when I was fasting religiously, my hot flashes went away. After falling off at Thanksgiving, they have returned. Yes, my friend. And that's why intermittent fasting is amazing for us as aging women, right? And it also could have been some ingredients in some food if you weren't in control of cooking all the food. So just, kind of know that too. Okay. So our next intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course starts on 12/31/22. If you register today and you're the 10th person who registers, I'm going to probably expand it because we'll go past the live since I don't think we got to 10. If you were number 10 while we were live, I will honor you get the free FRÉ skincare set from me. I will get it shipped to you. It's the best. That's domestic. If you're the 20th, if we got to 20, while we're still live, I will send you a free feasting bag of goodies. If you are the first domestic and the first international person to sign up, I will reach out to you and give you all the information to book your free consult call with me. I'm going to be doing this kind of thing throughout the month. It's super fun for me. I like to create that little sense of urgency so you get off the fence sooner. Remember, as soon as you sign up for class, you do get the download. So you get the intermittent fasting journal and guide. You can start using it today. You get the intermittent feasting guide that just helps you think about ways that you can incorporate some very simple rinse and repeat meals into your life. You can add to them, you can take away from them. It's just a guide. And then I give you some areas where you can start looking around for very innocent things that could be triggering some of these hot flashes or menopausal symptoms or keeping you from looking and feeling your best. So they're two super valuable guides. You'll get them as soon as you sign up. You can use them and then you'll have all that when you get into class. So excited for you guys. Okay, we got 3 more comments. Let me get those before we get out of here. Okay, laugh out loud. I'm doing it now. Yes, girl, come on in. I promise you, I take good care of you and I spend the 30 days with you inside the community group. So I'm with you. When you register, I'm still there with you and I'll walk you through it. Raquel, grad of September class, rough start with COVID and respiratory issues, push through and down 15 pounds. Thanks for these videos. Girl, you're down 15 pounds. The COVID stuff will resolve. It always resolves. Do the fasting, nutrient dense foods, lots of water, give your body time and grace, manage those long effects because, things like hair loss happen, all that stuff, just manage it, right? And come back here with any questions you have. I'll help you any way I can. Kim, LMNT has only one option that it is not sweetened. So I would only suggest the one for fasting window. There you go. Tammy, but here's the deal. What I like to teach everyone is you don't have to add a bunch of elixirs into your life. Just start the fasting. Just get those electrolytes in you. Just figure out the feasting part, figure out the emotional and mental part. And then when you really get comfortable with your fasting, you can start playing around with adding some things in. I did this very clean. I didn't make it complicated. I kept it very straightforward. I drank my water. I managed what I was feasting on to make sure the choices were making me look and feel my best. I feasted so I could have better fasting. I gave my body a break from exercising for a while. It was the simplest process. I don't change that for you in class. I want you to go through this as simple as possible. And I don't want you feeling you have to buy all these things that other people are talking about for you to be successful. You can be successful with everything you have right now. I promise you. Thanks, Diane, for Americano suggestion. I was considering the mocha. Your show today helped me reconsider. Go get yourself an Americano. It is so good. It is so good. Or even just a nitro cold brew. Like I said, that's super good too. Sandia, hello, my friend. And then Suda, my girl, is here. She is just graduated from the intermittent fasting course. Suda, if you want to tell everybody how what your age is, you can tell them in the comment section. But she's the perfect example of really making a conscious decision to live her best life. Like, she just drew the line in the sand and she says, I'm going all in. She's just graduated from the intermittent fasting course. She's in our midlife mindset shift course. She's asking for help. She's doing one-on-one coaching with me. Like, she is going all in. She is one of the perfect examples of the outliers of society who have just put her feet firmly in the ground and said, no, 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 no. I'm going to decide how I'm going to live my best life. And she's doing the work. And girlfriend, I am so proud of you. I love every time we get a chance to connect. She's 80. 80. So for all of you who were like, oh yeah, you just turned 80. I just didn't want to blast your age because I don't know. Some people are comfortable with that. Some people aren't. I don't care. I'm 56. Like, I talk about it all the time. She just turned 80 on Veterans Day. And she is going all in with all of it. So that means you can go all in with all of it too. Age is not the thing, just like food is not the thing holding us back. Your age will never hold you back unless you have allowed your age to hold you back. Jump in. Everyone's welcome, I promise you. Kim, absolutely clean fast is the easiest thing. Doing nothing for 20 hours a day and down 40 pounds. Good for you, Kim. So happy for you. Okay, Rebecca. October 22 grad, current midlife mindset shift. Diet is dropping truth here, folks. Do the work and take the class. It is worth it. I used to get headaches, hangry, and felt rotten if I didn't eat. Now I feel great when I fast. Girlfriend, I'm same, right? And that's why I get you guys, because we're the same. I used to melt down like a toddler. Like, my family would pack snacks for me because they were like, we don't want mom to like get hungry, because it wasn't pretty. I would have tears in my eyes. Like, I would melt down. Like, it was bad. And it's because it's a serious, very real chemical reaction that your body has when it needs its next fix. So just like every other food addiction or any other kind of addiction that we have in our life with our body, we have to fix it. The best way to fix it is to go all in and figure out where the problem is. And for me, it was eating those every 2 hours, and my body was so dependent on it, which is why I became insulin resistant and then became a diabetic and was falling apart at 50. And I had to go, wait, this isn't working for me. What I really want is a life that looks and feels like this. What decisions do I need to make to ensure that I get this? And I worked really hard to put that together. And I can say now at 56, I have it. I have it on rinse and repeat. I don't even think about it. And that's what I want to give to you guys. So Rebecca, thank you so much, my friend. Hopefully I'll see you inside tonight's lesson. I'm excited about tonight. This is one of my favorite lessons to teach. So I'll see you inside there later, hopefully, or you can catch the replay. Okay, that's it for me today, you guys. I love being back. I hope you can feel my energy and excitement. I love that registration for the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course is open. It was really hard for me to close it for 30 days. Not me. It's the first time I've ever done that, but I'm really happy that we're open back up. I'm really happy for the opportunity to spend some time with some new students in January. It's going to be a great group. We're going to do things differently this year. So if you're a New Year's resolutioner, or you're a person who panics about weight loss at the end of the year, or you do drastic things to lose weight, it's going to be different this year, but you got to get in class to make the difference and to make the changes. And I promise you, I will take care of you. That is the promise that I have always made here, and the promise that I will always keep. I will always take care of you, but you got to jump in class so that I can get that relationship started. Have a good rest of your day. If you're number 1 domestic or number 1 international, I will reach out to you so you can book a consult call with me in January. If you're number 10, I will reach out to you so you can get your free FRÉ Set sent to you if you're here in the US. And if you are number 20, I'm going to send you a free bag of feasting goodies that you can use probably when you get done with class, because we're going to keep things kind of clean while we're in class. They're not bad things. They're just little tools that I've picked up that are super fun and kind of like break up things a little bit. So I'll send that out to you as well. I observed I use food for soothing, which leads me to wonder and notice what in my life created such a need for soothing. Yeah, that's good work to get down to. That's what we do inside the Midlife Mindset Shift course. So appreciate you as well, my friend. And then big fat hearts back to you too. Love you guys. I will see you later.